Have you ever noticed how the number 3 pops up everywhere? It's a pattern woven into the universe, science, and our daily lives. 3 points form a triangle, the strongest, most stable shape in geometry. Triangles are the backbone of bridges, buildings, and even the screens you're watching this on. When 3 elements come together, they create unity, strength, and harmony. That's the power of 3. 3 is a magic number, shaping our reality in ways both big and small. Have you ever noticed how the number 3 seems to pop up everywhere? It's almost as if the universe itself is trying to get our attention, quietly whispering this number into the fabric of our lives. Whether you're gazing at the stars, walking through a forest, or simply reflecting on your day, the number 3 is there, waiting to be discovered. It's not just a number, it's a pattern woven into the universe, science, and our daily lives. From the way leaves grow on a stem, to the structure of crystals, to the rhythm of our favorite stories, 3 is everywhere. It's a silent architect, shaping the world in ways we often overlook. From the vastness of the cosmos to the tiniest particles that make up matter, 3 brings balance and meaning. In physics, the 3 dimensions, length, width, and height, define the space we live in. Even the building blocks of atoms, protons, neutrons, and electrons come in 3s, forming the foundation of everything we see and touch. Think about it: ready, set, go, past, present, future. Morning, afternoon, night, it's everywhere, organizing our time and our actions into neat, memorable sets of 3. 1 point is just a dot, a single moment in space. 2 points make a line, a simple connection. But 3 points, they form a triangle, the strongest, most stable shape in all of geometry. Triangles are the backbone of bridges, buildings, and even the screens you're watching this on. That's why a tripod is more stable than a bipod. With 3 legs, it stands firm on any surface, no matter how uneven. This principle is used everywhere, from photography to engineering. That's the power of 3. When 3 elements come together, they create something greater than the sum of their parts, a sense of unity, strength, and harmony. This principle of stability is why 3 appears so often in the things we build and design. Triangles distribute weight evenly, making structures resilient and reliable. It gives us a beginning, a middle, and an end, a natural rhythm that makes stories satisfying and easy to remember. Our minds are wired to recognize and appreciate this pattern. Whether building a bridge, telling a joke, or supporting a structure, 3 is the foundation for something that feels whole and complete. Even in comedy, the rule of 3 makes punchlines land just right. Let's explore how this pattern shapes our universe, from the swirling galaxies above us to the atoms within us, and even the way we experience the world through our senses and the stories we tell. By the end, you'll start seeing 3s everywhere, from the red, yellow, and green of traffic lights, to the spiral arms of galaxies, to the simple patterns that guide our daily routines. Understanding this simple number helps us understand everything a little better. It's a key that unlocks patterns, reveals connections, and deepens our appreciation for the world around us. 3 is one of the most powerful patterns of all, a magic number that shapes our reality in ways both big and small. When you gaze up at the night sky, every twinkling star, every glowing planet, and every shimmering nebula you see is made of what scientists call normal matter. This is the stuff that makes up everything we can touch, see, and experience: planets, people, trees, and even the air we breathe. But here's the astonishing truth. All of that, the entire visible universe, accounts for just 5% of what's really out there. The rest of the cosmos is dominated by 2 mysterious invisible giants: dark matter and dark energy. Though we can't see or touch them, their presence is undeniable, shaping the universe in profound ways. Together, these 3, normal matter, dark matter, and dark energy, form a cosmic trio that defines the very structure and fate of our universe. Dark matter is completely invisible to our eyes and telescopes, but we know it's there because its gravity acts like a cosmic glue, holding galaxies together and preventing them from flying apart as they spin. In fact, dark matter makes up about 27% of the universe, more than 5 times the amount of normal matter. Then there's dark energy, an even more mysterious force. It acts as a kind of anti-gravity, pushing galaxies away from each other and causing the universe to expand faster and faster. Dark energy is the dominant player, making up a staggering 68% of everything. Instead of slowing down over time, the universe's expansion is actually accelerating, all because of the relentless push of dark energy. So our universe is delicately balanced by this trio: the visible matter we know, the invisible pull of dark matter, and the invisible push of dark energy. One force pulls things together, binding galaxies and clusters, while the other pushes everything apart, stretching the very fabric of space itself. This ongoing tug-of-war between gravity and expansion creates the dynamic, ever-changing universe we live in, a cosmic dance that has been unfolding for billions of years. Even on the grandest scale imaginable, the universe runs on the power of three: matter, and dark energy, each playing a vital role in the cosmic story. We exist within the tiny 5% we can see and measure, while the vast, unseen 95% silently shapes the fate and structure of everything around us. In the end, the universe is a story told in three chapters: normal matter, and dark energy, each essential, each mysterious, and together they make the cosmos the incredible place it is. Now let's zoom in from the universe to the atom. Atoms, once thought indivisible, are made of three key parts: protons, neutrons, and electrons. In the nucleus, protons, positive, and neutrons, neutral, cluster together. Protons define the element. One proton is hydrogen, 6 is carbon. Neutrons add stability, keeping the nucleus together. Orbiting the nucleus are electrons, negative, tiny and fast. The attraction between protons and electrons holds the atom together. Electrons are the action makers, enabling chemical reactions and bonds. Every chemical reaction you see, like a match lighting, is electrons at work. Without all three, atoms wouldn't exist, and neither would we. This trio creates a balanced, dynamic unit, the atom. The world is built on this tiny system of three. The power of three is at the heart of matter itself. From the cosmos to the atom, three is the magic number. The universe is built on trios, big and small. Let's zoom out to the stuff we see and touch. Matter exists in three main states: solid, liquid, and gas. Everything around us, from the air we breathe to the water we drink and the ground beneath our feet, is made up of matter in one of these forms. These states are the building blocks of our physical world, and understanding them helps us see the hidden patterns in nature. Solids have tightly packed atoms, giving them a definite shape and volume. Think ice, metal, or even a wooden table. The particles in a solid vibrate in place but don't move around, which is why solids are sturdy and keep their form. This structure is what makes a diamond hard or a snowflake unique. Add energy and solids become liquids. Molecules move more freely, so liquids flow and take the shape of their container. Water, for example, can fill a glass, a river, or even the ocean. Liquids are adaptable, able to move and change while still holding together. Add even more energy, and liquids become gases. Molecules fly apart, filling any space they can. Steam rising from a kettle or clouds drifting in the sky are examples of gases. In this state, matter is free to expand and move in all directions. Solids are structure, liquids are adaptability, and gases are freedom. Each state has its own unique properties, and together they create the diversity we see in the world. This trio, solid, liquid, gas, is a cycle driven by energy. Heating and cooling can move matter from one state to another, and this process is happening all around us all the time. Every change you see, like ice melting on a sunny day or water boiling on the stove, is matter moving through these three states. Even the weather outside is shaped by these transitions. The world around us is shaped by this simple pattern. Three states, endless possibilities. From the solid earth to flowing rivers and drifting clouds, the states of matter are everywhere in nature. It's another example of how three brings order and transformation. The cycle of matter-changing states is a dance of energy and form, repeating endlessly. From rocks to rivers to clouds, the power of three is everywhere. It connects the smallest ice crystal to the largest ocean and the highest cloud. The states of matter are a perfect trio, each one essential to life as we know it. Without all three, our world would be unrecognizable. Three makes the world dynamic. It's the secret behind the ever-changing beauty of our planet and a reminder that even the simplest patterns can create endless variety. The power of three is hardwired into our senses. For sight, our eyes have three types of cones, sensitive to red, green and blue. Every color you see is a mix of these three signals. Screens use the same trick. 3 lights per pixel create millions of colors. For sound, we use three main properties: pitch, frequency, volume, amplitude, and timbre, quality. That's how we tell a piano from a guitar, even if they play the same note. Touch, we sense temperature, pressure, and texture. Hot or cold, light or heavy, smooth or rough. These three basics shape our tactile world. Our brains build reality from these trios. The world of color, sound, and touch is built on the power of three. Our senses are tuned to threes. Three is the code for how we experience reality. The pattern is in us. The rule of three shapes how we communicate. In stories, speeches, and jokes, three is the magic number. Think, just do it. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Stories often have 3 acts: beginning, middle, end. Fairy tales love threes: 3 little pigs, 3 wishes. Jokes use 3 for setup, anticipation, and punchline. The first 2 set a pattern, the third surprises us. Our brains crave patterns, and 3 is the smallest number to make one. 1 is an event, 2 is a coincidence, 3 is a pattern. That's why threes are memorable and satisfying. Want to be funny or persuasive? Use the rule of 3. It's a communication hack built into our minds. 3 even shapes how we understand cause and effect. First, the chain cause, intermediate step, effect, like dominoes falling. Second, convergence, multiple causes, one effect, like flour, sugar, and eggs making a cake. Third, divergence, one cause, multiple effects, like the internet leading to email, shopping, and streaming. These 3 models help us analyze everything from science experiments to daily life. They show us how events unfold, how factors combine, and how one thing can change the world. Understanding these trios helps us predict, explain, and influence outcomes. The logic of 3 is a toolkit for thinking. Whether tracing a process or solving a problem, 3 is the key. It's how we make sense of complexity. The world runs on these 3 patterns. 3 is the logic behind how things happen. 3 isn't just scientific, it's sacred and cultural. Across religions, 3 means completeness and balance. Christianity has the Holy Trinity: Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Hinduism's Trimurti: Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. Ancient Egypt had triads like Osiris, Isis, and Horus. Philosophers saw 3 as harmony, wisdom, and understanding. Buddhism has the 3 jewels: Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. Folklore is full of 3s. 3rd time's the charm, 3 knocks for luck. 3 gives structure to beliefs and rituals. It's a pattern that helps us find meaning and order. 3 is a bridge between the physical and the spiritual. The number 3 appears numerous times in the Bible to denote completeness and perfection, such as Jonah's 3 days in the fish, Jesus' resurrection on the 3rd day, and the thrice-repeated holy in Isaiah and Revelation. Other examples include the 3 days Jesus was lost in the temple, the 3 gifts from the wise men, and the 3 disciples, Peter, James, and John, who witnessed his transfiguration. The earth was separated from the waters on the 3rd day: Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. These 3 patriarchs are the founding fathers of the Israelite faith. Jonah spent 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of a great fish before being released. The tabernacle and later the temple were divided into 3P: the outer court, the holy place, and the Holy of Holies. Holy, holy, holy. In Isaiah 6:3 and Revelation 4:8, the seraphim cry out, "Holy, holy, holy," to God, signifying his absolute holiness. The wise men brought 3 symbolic gifts to the infant Jesus: gold, frankincense, and myrrh. When Jesus was 12 years old, he was lost in the temple for 3 days before his parents found him. Jesus was tempted 3 times in the wilderness by Satan. He had an inner circle of 3 close disciples: Peter, James, and John. He predicted he would be resurrected on the 3rd day. Jesus was crucified on the 3rd day and raised from the dead, a foundational event for Christian faith. Peter denied knowing Jesus 3 times before the rooster crowed, and later Jesus asked him if he loved him 3 times to restore him. The number 3 also symbolizes the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, though this is a theological interpretation of the symbolism rather than a direct narrative. In Freemasonry, there are 3 fundamental degrees: Entered Apprentice, Fellow Craft, and Master Mason. These are often referred to as the Blue Lodge or Craft degrees. While these are the core degrees, some Masonic bodies offer additional degrees or orders, like the Scottish Rite or York Rite, which can be pursued after the 3 basic degrees. Entered Apprentice, this is the first degree and represents the beginning of a Mason's journey, focusing on self-discovery and duties to God, others, and oneself. Fellowcraft, the second degree, focuses on mental development, particularly in the arts and sciences. Master Mason. The third degree, the culmination of the basic degrees, involves learning about mortality and the lessons of the craft. Appendant bodies. Beyond the 3 basic degrees, various appendant bodies offer additional degrees, such as the Scottish Rite, up to 32nd degree plus an honorary 33rd, and the York Rite, which has 10 unnumbered degrees. In Freemasonry, the 3 pillars of a lodge are wisdom, strength, and beauty. These pillars are not literal but symbolic, representing the qualities needed to support a lodge and its members. They are also represented by the 3 principal officers of the lodge: the Worshipful Master, Wisdom; Senior Warden, Strength; and Junior Warden, Beauty. The 3 great lights of Freemasonry are the volume of the sacred law, typically the Holy Bible, the square, and the compasses. These 3 objects are present on the altar in every Masonic lodge and are considered essential for Masonic ritual and instruction. In Masonry, the 3 lesser lights, typically represented by candles, symbolize the sun, the moon, and the master of the lodge. Their purpose is to provide the light by which the greater light and the volume of the sacred law, often a Bible, square, and compasses, can be seen and understood. This arrangement serves as an allegory. As the sun rules the day and the moon the night, the master should rule the lodge with equal regularity, providing the necessary guidance for the members. The 3-card Monte works by deceiving players into believing they can track the money card, when, in reality, the dealer uses sleight of hand to manipulate which cards are where. The primary components are the sleight of hand to perform the switch, the misdirection to draw attention away from the actions, and the psychology that makes the player focus on the supposed money card instead of the physical movements of the cards. Sleight of hand and deceptive manipulation. The switch, the core of the trick, is the dealer's ability to switch the cards as they are being mixed. For example, the dealer might toss 2 cards but actually release the money card instead, or they might use a double-faced card to show 1 card while holding another. The hype, a specific sleight where the dealer pretends to throw down the money card but actually releases a different card instead, letting the real money card stay hidden in the hand. The dealer directs the spectator's eyes to the cards being moved, creating a sense of obvious motion. This is intended to make the spectator follow the movement of the money card, not the actual card being switched. The dealer uses specific verbal cues to make the game seem simple and to encourage the spectator to focus on the money card. Follow the queen is a common instruction that draws attention to the target, not the method. The game is rigged from the start, creating a mathematical disadvantage for the player. The odds of correctly choosing the card are always 1 in 3, or worse, even without sleight of hand. The dealer introduces elements of confusion, such as initially showing 1 black card and 1 red card, and then adding more cards or making the mixing more complex, which further disorients the player. The double card. A common method involves secretly creating a double card, for example 2 cards stuck together, that can be manipulated to appear as 1 or multiple cards. The components of the story, The 3 Little Pigs, refer to its key narrative elements, which typically include the characters, 3 little pigs, the big bad wolf, the setting, various locations like houses, a turnip field, etc., and the plot, the events of the story, including the building of houses, the wolf's attempts to blow them down, and the eventual defeat of the wolf. These components are all part of the traditional story structure of the fairy tale. The Three Little Pigs, the protagonists of the story, known for building houses of straw, sticks and bricks respectively. The Big Bad Wolf, the antagonist who wants to eat the pigs and attempts to blow down their houses. The story takes place in various locations, including the pigs' houses made of straw, sticks and bricks, as well as places like a turnip field, an apple tree and a fair. Plot. This is the sequence of events in the story. The three pigs leave home to find their fortune. The first two pigs build their homes quickly and are lazy, while the third pig works hard on a brick house. The wolf blows down the straw and stick houses, with the first two pigs fleeing to the third pig's brick house. The wolf tries to get into the brick house through the chimney. The wolf falls into the pot of boiling water. The wolf is defeated, and the third pig lives happily ever after. Just like the Three Little Pigs, many stories from various cultures feature a rule of three, where a trio of characters, tasks, or objects forms the central narrative structure. This device often builds suspense and reinforces a moral lesson through repetition and contrast. Here are some stories similar to the Three Little Pigs that follow a three-component structure. Stories with three characters facing a challenge. The Three Billy Goats Gruff, Norwegian folktale. Three goat brothers of different sizes need to cross a bridge to reach a green meadow. Component 1. The smallest goat tries to cross, but the bridge's troll says he'll eat him. The goat, however, tells the troll to wait for his older, larger brother. Component 2. The second goat, who is larger, tries to cross and encounters the troll. He also persuades the troll to wait for the biggest goat. Component 3. The largest and wisest goat crosses last and uses his size and wits to defeat the troll, allowing all three goats to cross safely. Goldilocks and the Three Bears, British folktale. A girl named Goldilocks finds the home of three bears, a papa, mama and baby bear, while they are away. Component 1. Goldilocks tries 3 bowls of porridge, finding one too hot, one too cold, and one just right. Component 2. She tries 3 chairs, finding one too hard, one too soft, and one just right until it breaks. Component 3. She tries 3 beds, finds one too hard, one too soft, and one just right where she falls asleep. The repeated sequence and climax of the story come from Goldilocks' interactions with 3 different versions of the same objects. The Wonderful Birch, Finnish folktale. A wicked stepmother gives her stepdaughter impossible tasks to complete with the help of a magical birch tree. Component 1. The stepdaughter is ordered to pick barleycorns out of a pile of cinders. Component 2. She is commanded to separate wheat and rye seeds from another pile. Component 3. Her final impossible task is to find a needle that was dropped in the forest. Each time, the magic of the birch tree helps her succeed, showing that kindness and resilience will prevail over cruelty. The Three Feathers, Brothers Grimm. A king sends his 3 sons to find the finest carpet, ring and wife. The 2 eldest brothers mock the youngest, who is nicknamed Simpleton for his foolishness. Component 1. The 3 brothers are sent on a quest to find the finest carpet. The simpleton, with the help of a toad, succeeds. Component 2. They are sent again to find the most beautiful ring, and once more the simpleton triumphs. Component 3. The third task is to find the most beautiful bride, and the simpleton, with the toad's help, returns with a maiden who is more beautiful than anyone else. The story culminates in the youngest son winning the kingdom through his humble and kind nature. In food chains, the 3 main categories of consumers are herbivores, which eat plants, carnivores, which eat other animals, and omnivores, which eat both plants and animals. These categories define an organism's position in the food chain based on its diet, illustrating the flow of energy through an ecosystem. The number 3 is more than a digit, it's a universal code. It shapes the universe: matter, dark energy. It builds atoms, protons, neutrons, electrons. It organizes matter, solid, liquid, gas. Our senses, our stories, our logic all run on 3s. 3 bridges: science and art, logic and belief. It's the smallest number to make a pattern, and our brains are wired to notice it. From traffic lights to fairy tales, 3 brings order and completeness. Recognizing this code gives us a new way to see the world. The power of 3 reveals the hidden structure in chaos. 3 is everywhere, a quiet, beautiful pattern shaping our universe.